basketball isn't easy. All my life, I've been striving to make myself better. It's a full-time commitment. To be the best, you have to work the hardest. You have to chase what seems impossible over.
Thanks for tuning into the NBA here on 2K Sports. It's Tuesday Hoops, and it's next. It's the San Antonio Spurs going up against the Miami Heat. And now we send it out to American Airlines Arena. Kevin Clark and Steve are there, courtside, ready for tip-off.
Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining us for Noche Latina, the NBA's celebration of the Latin heritage, both among its players and fans. And with Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. Now a chance to check out our starting lineups. First, for San Antonio, Parker and Danny Green are your 1 and your 2. And in the middle, out of Brazil, taking with the 28th pick back in 2008, the 6'11" pivot man, Thiago Splitter. Then there's Kawhi Leonard, and it's Duncan in at the power forward. And for Miami, Chalmers and D-Wade are the guards. And playing at the 5, the always versatile 6'11" star big man, able to score inside and out, Chris Bosh. And it's LeBron James, and it's Haslam in at the 4.
You know, I thought San Antonio really was an outstanding team. Fun to watch, excellent at both ends of the floor. But one statistical thing that stood out was they defended at a high level without committing a lot of fouls. That takes discipline and smarts.
Clark, as you said about that Spurs team, just a team that does not foul very often, doesn't give away 3 points. And, Steve, they led the league in fewest fouls last season.
Well, that's part of Greg Popovich's mantra. Don't give up anything easy. You can't guard a free throw, obviously. You can't guard a fast break. So important for the Spurs to avoid fouls and take care of the basketball, be efficient offensively, and that helps their D.
Now, here's Green. After Dwayne Wade's miss. Shot off the screen. Leonard, no luck.
Nobody anywhere close to him. Where's the defense? He's got to make that shot.
Dishes it to Chalmers. San Antonio with the rebound.
Hey, last season, Chalmers missed a game-winning shot. That happens to a lot of guys in this league, but what he did the next game was of note. He made 10 threes, and arguably his best game ever, as he set a Miami Heat team record for makes beyond the arc.
Now here's LeBron, following the miss by Tony Parker. Wade drives in. It's stolen by Green. Poked loose, and it's out of bounds. The Spurs able to retain possession here.
20 seconds on the shot.
And now, just over a minute played here in the first. And Mario Chalmers grew up in Alaska. Not too many NBA players hailing from up there, taken with the 34th pick back in 08.
He's played his entire career with the Heat, and really it was a perfect situation for him when LeBron arrived because he's a
nasty, absolutely filthy.
And the building is stunned, partner. He dug deep into his bag of tricks there.
I hope he keeps that one handy. I want to see that again.
Parker passes to Green. Again, the miss by the Spurs. He'd have gone 1 of 3 for the field to solve this one so far. Oh, and there's the alley-oop.
Nice slip finish on the alley-oop.
That sequence, I don't think Clark could have been executed any better.
Tremendous feat.
Boy, I hope we see a few more of those.
Now here's Parker. Passes to Duncan. Pulls up on the wing. Offensive rebound, Spurs. Here's Leonard. 18 feet away, and he knocks it down. A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Heat lead by 2. And the second quarter will get underway just after this short break. And we welcome you back to our special Noche Latina broadcast as the second quarter is about ready to get underway. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from Miami, guys.
I thought the defense was key here for this club. They really tightened up and made it difficult on their opponent.
How about the help on the drives and rotations? I mean, they've really been in sync as a unit.
And here comes Parker.
A lot of people thought the East would be a cakewalk for Miami last year, but Indiana made sure that wasn't going to be the case. What a series with the Pacers using their size and strength to pound Miami down low. And eventually, the Heat were able to pull it out, but boy, was that a tough series.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to Doris Burke for an update. Hi, Doris.
Guys, as you know, the Miami Heat try to keep the plays they run as simple as they can and rely on their talent and teamwork to win them games. But playing like that can present its own kind of problems. Coach Spoelstra said, quote, "The challenge is not getting bored with simplicity. Simple is what works, though, as evidenced by their back-to-back titles, guys."
Well, Doris, sometimes it makes sense to keep it simple. Thanks. And just to touch back on the Eastern Conference Finals, into a Game 7 where Miami ran away with the game. But, you know, Clark, if it weren't for the heroics of LeBron earlier in the series, it could have been the Pacers that took on San Antonio in the finals.
You know, I was thinking a little bit about two former ABA teams meeting in the NBA Finals, but the Heat managed to steal Game 1, and I thought that proved to be the difference in the end. That was a game the Pacers had and didn't squeeze. But the way these two teams are constructed, they should be seeing a lot more of each other in the near future. And I think that's great for the league because whenever they meet up in the regular season or the playoffs, it's always been a battle the last couple of years.
Nice rivalry developing between those two.
The question is, do they go 2 for 1 here?
Can they get a good shot in time? That's the question.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. LeBron dishes to Vanier. Good ball movement here by Miami. Off target from outside. Here comes Parker. He kicks it to Diallo. Pulls up. Once again off the mark by San Antonio. And a tight game here as we end the first half. It's the Heat up by 5. Back after this from the American Airlines Arena.
Now, presented by Sprint.
And we played 2 quarters out at American Airlines Arena, and a great game is in progress for our halftime show. The Heat are doing very well so far, and nice teamwork offensively, moving the ball around. What a great way to play. A nice first half by Ray Allen. They've also been getting some great help from LeBron. And for the Spurs, they're still gutting it out. They've been struggling tremendously from the field. Their offense just hasn't been able to get on track. And that's going to do it. We'll send you back now to the game in Miami. Third quarter, up next.
The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
Well, both sides have assessed what they need to do over the break in halftime. We'll see now if one can pull out a way here in the third. Spurs trail by 5.
You know, the Spurs really have a cohesive culture, and part of that is something that Greg Popovich has been able to do, and that's being able to join guys together that normally might not hang out. For instance, you had Matt Bonner taking Steven Jackson out to a Coldplay concert last season. One way to help guys get to know each other off the court, and it helps them on the court.
The Heat leading by 3. Back to Bosch. He opens it hard with one hand. An indication there of while the scoreboard looks like it does. Very passive defense.
But the finish was anything but.
He hammered that down, Clark. Superb above the rim action.
Leonard kicks to Parker. Rebound by Mario Chalmers. Back to Popovich and the Spurs. He really makes a point of getting to know his players. Let them get to know one another.
That's right, Kevin. He likes to have his players have a sense of perspective about the world. He wants them to know that there are other things going on besides the NBA. Back in 2012, we had the players watching the presidential debates together.
The drive by Green. An easy 2 points on the layup. There's 38 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. James in the post. He's covered by Leonard. Deflects the pass. It's stolen by Green. And he goes up strong with one hand and flushes it down.
Boy, I love it. Active hands on the steal, active feet on the fast break.
And Clark power on the dunk.
And guys, this is just too close of a game to be giving the ball up like that and then failing to get back in transition.
Leonard with the steal and uses both hands to jam it in.
Boy, extremely opportunistic defense leading to those points there.
That dunk, Clark, coming within seconds of the steal.
Love the way they convert from defense to offense.
But that's what happens when you get all five guys on a string defensively ready to react and make a play.
It's just run-of-the-mill for him. A typical day at the office. He's one of the more skilled offensive players out there.
We're at the end of the third, and we've still got a close one. Heat lead by 1. We're going to step aside for just a second, but join us right back here for the start of the fourth quarter. Next.
All right. Yeah. Let's go. All right. Yeah. Let's go.
All right, we welcome you back to what's been a hard-fought battle. Fourth quarter should be good. And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for Miami?
Well, their passing has been picturesque, a thing of beauty in both halves. More than a few of their baskets have come off assists.
And they're getting the ball inside, which is what I like. High percentage shots down on the block and in the paint area.
And it's Wade penetrating. Rebound, San Antonio. Here's Green. Parker outside. Gives him the lead pass. And Duncan throws it down hard. There is, guys, that Olay defense. Just watching him go, Clark, right by.
I think we might be seeing which team is ready to take control of this game.
Yeah, that's a dunk that could absolutely get them going. I agree, Clark.
He's such a quick shooter, Kevin. He just lives for the big shot.
San Antonio trailing here. Green, the pass to Parker. That's blocked by Bosch. Wade, left side. Has him. It's good. He took contact on the shot, so you will go to the line. Three-point play chance here.
That free throw there caps off a huge possession point. Those are big points at this stage of the game.
Parker outside. Back to Duncan. 13 feet away. He squares up and sinks it. Duncan's got 4 this quarter.
Well, after a horrible half of shooting, they bounced back here in the second half and picked up their shooting percentage quite nicely.
He's not the most flashy point guard out there, and you don't hear his name. People talk about the best point guards in the game, but I think Parker is one of the best in the business when it comes right down to it. He's able to do so many things out there for you, and just had a dominant season for the Spurs a year ago.
Steve, Parker's fearlessness going to the hoop is what makes him such a devastating player in crunch time. Often you'll see him go right into a bigger guy, take the contact, and still find a way to finish the play.
did was that. He's just so reliable, so confident at the free throw line.
Leonard against LeBron. In transition, here comes San Antonio.
And the defense looking to protect the rim at all costs.
Yeah, I like that. A foul to save the rim. They can earn it to run.
He knocks down the clutch free throw. That'll give them the lead here.
That's big. And once he got to the line with the opportunity to take the lead, he did not want to blow it.
And Chalmers gets to Wade. Looking on Green. Wade dishes to LeBron. And again, LeBron missing. For San Antonio, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. It's stolen by Wade.
Watch out. D-Wade is caught fire.
Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over. They're behind by 1. 16 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. San Antonio making the switch here. Sixteen seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Parker passes to Splitter. Back to Parker.
You see the defenders get out of his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the bucket, but that time, that's right, no other option but to foul and hope for some misses.
Yep, you got to extend the game here. Try to keep that clock from moving.
So he gets them both, and it's a 3-point game.
Perfect time to be perfect at the line. Now only a 3 can tie.
San Antonio calls timeout. They're trailing by 3. 1 second left in the fourth quarter. What do you think, guys?
They need a 3 here, so they need to make sure they sub in all of their best shooting, because with under 2 seconds remaining, you have to catch and shoot it quickly.
And out of bounds as the Heat gain possession. So the big win by Miami in a tight game. Well, they don't get much more exciting than that, Clark.
They sure don't. And when it was gut check time, this team kept their composure, kept their emotions in check, and got it done.
Well, it's time to say so long. For Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan, along with our 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. Now it's time to present our Jordan Player of the Game, LeBron James.